Welcome to Wrexham! No, I'm not talking about the famed show with Ryan Reynolds, Rob Mcelhenney with Wrexham AFC, although we will be talking about that later. I am here in the town of Wrexham, yes, of course, where the show takes place, here in Wales, in the northeast part. Population of around 400,000, doing a quick day trip from Liverpool. Only took about an hour to get here. It's a small town, so I'm going to be able to see literally everything there is to see, to do, get a feel for the Welsh vibe, and I'm looking forward to it. The good thing about this is you can see the city center, you can go to the residential areas, have a nice meal, and then make your way back to Liverpool just like that. And like, I'm not even spending a full day, I'm just spending a couple of hours in Wrexham. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. The thing that I'm finding the most interesting is the Welsh identity, and something I wish I researched and just knew a little bit about before actually coming here. You see everywhere the Welsh flag, you see the red dragon that's on the flag everywhere, and just within the actual town of Wrexham, you don't see the UK flag or emblem really anywhere, maybe in a few different spots. But the people of Wales, from the quick research that I did, the people of Wales, they have this connection and this strong Welsh identity through the Welsh language, through their traditions, but that doesn't mean they don't feel connected to the UK as a whole. They feel very connected, a lot of them. At a college that I previously attended, I knew somebody from Wales who would always introduce herself that she is from Wales, not from the UK, which is interesting. People get very confused, especially Americans. They have this common misbelief that England is a country, Wales is a country, so Scotland and Northern Ireland. That's just not true whatsoever. And you would think that because in FIFA Wales is considered its own independent nation, that would mean it's its own country. No, Wales is a part of the United Kingdom. So just because I'm going from Liverpool, England to Wrexham, Wales, doesn't mean I am entering a new country. So yeah, people always say like, oh, go to Wales, you'll be able to add that to your country list. That's not true. There's some people that support Welsh independence, but it's not as strong as the amount of people that support Scottish independence or Northern Ireland unification with Ireland as a whole. This is St.Giles Parish Church. Oh my God. Look at this. I was walking down the streets just in the city center, and then you see the tower that sticks up above everything else. This is one of the most famous sites in Wrexham. This church is old, extremely old. It goes back to the 11th century, at least the foundation. The tower, they believe, was started in the 15th century. So yeah, that's still ridiculously old. This is a Protestant church, and it was ultimately, at least all of this area, was completed in 1506. So the 11th century, it was like pure base and I guess just the foundation of the structure. So many churches across Europe have this neo-Gothic look that they try to bring Gothic elements and neoclassical come together. No, the way this looks is like pure Gothic. You have to go inside of the church. It is stunning in there. The most beautiful frescoes that are lining the walls, and you see the history that is there as well. There is an American flag, a U.S. flag, and then the U.S. Marine Corps flag that is being hung above in the church because the U.S. actually came here and used this church as a military hospital. But also, where is it? Right there. That is the tomb of Elihu Yale, who is the founder of Yale University, or I guess he didn't found the school, but he was a major benefactor, and it is named after him. He was originally born in America and then came over and then spent time in Africa, Asia, but then I guess settled in Wrexham. So yeah, the tomb, Mr. Yale, literally buried right there. And then there is a stone that they did a gift exchange with Yale University, that they took a stone of this church, brought it over to Yale, and yeah, so it's cool. There's a lot of history that you never would have expected with this church. Pub culture in the UK is massive, so we stopped off in a pub and I got myself a burger with fries and onion ring. Even some Asian restaurants around here too. Here's St. Mary's Church. It was built in 1857. This is where the Bishop of Wrexham sits. It was built in the neoclassical architectural style. 60% of Wales identifies as Christian. That is predominantly they are Protestant, although here, of course, Catholic Cathedral. Then you have Islam as the second largest religion here. But surprisingly, and this is actually very rare, that 30 to 40% of Wales does not identify with a religion. The city center is very charming. It is extremely walkable, a great place to just stroll around and go into the different shops and just enjoy all of this. I think I came on a day that everything seems to be closed for some reason, although it's a Saturday. And if it was a Sunday, I would expect this, but walking the streets, I have been listening to see, am I hearing a lot of Americans, because Americans are very fascinated with Wrexham right now because of Ryan Reynolds and all of that with Wrexham AFC, and I have heard quite a bit of Americans. I'm able to tell just by the accent. Here's an example of the Welsh language. You have the English here, but then you have Welsh right above because they're trying to preserve it. Wrexham University, which somehow was founded in 2008. That's so recent. I am inside Wrexham's traditional indoor Victorian market. It is very empty right now. Most of the shops and stands are closed, but you can kind of picture what it is like with people coming in and out and all of the vendors selling things. This was created in 1848. It started off as a meat market. Now it is expanded to a lot of things. But yeah, it's cool that it's right in the center of the city. I just had these two kids come up to me asking me if I'm filming for YouTube. I had such a nice little conversation with them. It was really enjoyable. Got them to subscribe to my channel. So that's why you should as well, because I'm actually living in the UK right now. I am living in Liverpool. So during my time in the UK, obviously videos on Liverpool, Manchester, Wrexham. I'm going to go up to Scotland, hoping to maybe get to the Isle of Man. We'll see if that's in the schedule because I'm working here, so I don't know if I can get off for that. But okay, yeah, subscribe. All behind me, we have the residential area, and I am going to go and take a stroll more into the residential areas. This is a working class town, so mostly blue collar, mostly services, and now starting to gain traction with the tourism industry just a little bit. Going to continue growing more. A lot of actually single family homes, it looks like, which I didn't necessarily fully expect. Then when you're on the train coming into Wrexham, just the landscape with the fields, with the cow fields and just the crops, it's a really nice sight coming in. So it's cool that you have rural and then all of a sudden urban town, just the contrast. Okay, so I am now outside AFC Wrexham's stadium, and they started off as a non-league side, the 5th division of English football. Okay, you might be thinking, wait, why'd you just say English football? It's weird. A lot of the Welsh teams compete in the English Football League. The Scottish teams and the Northern Ireland teams do not. The UK is split up, which is, kind of weird. But this is the stadium, 5th division. They have now gained promotion to the championship, which is the 2nd division, getting back-to-back promotions. What Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney, and just the Wrexham AFC, the front office, the players, everything has been incredible, their transformation. They originally started off pre-COVID, before having the ownership, when they were non-league side, average attendance of 4,000 fans. Now it is 14,000 fans in attendance. It has to do with just the popularity of the Welcome to Wrexham show, which you can stream on Disney Plus and on Hulu. And people are coming because they are tours and they want to see the hype and they want to see what it's about. The people who actually live in Wrexham love it because having now this tourism revenue stream that is coming in, but also just media attention and just, yeah, Wrexham having this popularity that people didn't actually expect that there would be beforehand. So it is really cool. I am rooting for Wrexham to an extent. I find that the hype around it to be, glad that these people are liking. I might be a little villain with this, that I don't want to see them fully succeed. I really love the story of it. This is now going on a complete tangent. AFC Wimbledon. So I guess AFC Wimbledon is kind of like my club that is not Premier League side. I'm an Everton supporter. Okay, go look up Wrexham AFC if you want to know more about the club. I wish I could show you the inside of the stadium, but obviously it's a non-match day. My time here in Wrexham, Wales has come to an end. I would recommend you visiting if you're in Manchester, but specifically Liverpool, just to be able to tick off Wales from your bucket list if you want to be able to say you've been to Wales. But also if you are a big fan of Welcome to Wrexham, then definitely, you gotta check this out. It's a nice small town, as I said. You can see it literally within like 2 hours, get a full vibe, walk around. But I'm glad I did. Literally just an hour, 15-minute train ride from Liverpool over here. Glad I have made it to Wales. So now I have been to England, Northern Ireland, and Wales. Just gotta make it to Scotland, and then I've completed it.